Welcome to Chris Ryan Fitness, everybody. Today I have an absolutely awesome 30-minute strength intermediate level total body class coming your way here today. So today's equipment needs, you're going to need a medium pair of dumbbells. Check. Mini band. Yeah, mini band. We're getting on after it again. Check. And probably a yoga mat for you as well to have on the ground if you want for some of that groundwork, floor work coming your way here at the latter part of the workout. First off, let's get your smiles on your faces. Let's get you nice and loosey-goosey right here. Plant those feet firmly. Start crisscrossing those arms. Left over right, right over left you go. Open up that chest. Tall posture all the way through. Ear stacked over the shoulder, right up over the hip the whole time. Back and forth. And then turn those palms facing out and up. Pull your thumbs out behind you as far as you can. Open up the chest a little deeper. The pecs a little more. And then you're going to go ahead and clap those hands right up to the base of the neck. Stretch out those lats, those triceps as much as possible. For 2 and 1. Then you're going to take your hands under your hips, toes pointed directly forward, feet under center line of your hips. Bend your knees, push your butt back, look towards the ground, feel those hamstrings stretch on out. Keep your butt nice and tight at the top side of that squeeze. Press hard through those heels for that good morning portion, everybody. So you're hinging at the hip, driving the hips back, vertical shin, and then you're going to squeeze the butt nice and tight with a neutral spine. So you're not doing this, right? Keeping your shoulder blades back, pushing the hips back, back, back. A little one more time. Press through those heels. Squeeze your butt tight. Stand tall. Keep that backside nice and tight at the top side. All righty. Looking good. Feet go nice and wide. A little sumo squat action time we go. Toes turning out about 30 degrees. Just go ahead and do a couple sumo squats. Feel the hips and groin open up nice and slow and controlled. Push hard through those heels for 2 and 1. Then go ahead and do the feet a little wider if you can. Shifting lunge down and into that right side. Press hard through that right heel. Left trail leg remains nice and straight. Down and into that left side. Press hard through that right heel. Oh, yeah. And we're going to go down on the ground. High plank position. We're going to go 1 push-up down to the ground. And then we're going to go up, top side. 1 big, strong pike position. Down dog style. Eyes back towards those toes. Chin in towards your chest. Feel those hamstrings open on up. Tilt the hips to that left side a little bit. Open up that lat on the right side. And then back into that right side, open up that lat on the left side, and then go ahead and walk it up to a tall standing position. All righty. Well, without further ado, let's build some muscle. That's what we are here for today. So you're going to get both medium DBs into our hands. Reverse lunge with a little high knee drive time we go. Set up that left leg forward. Right leg goes back and down. Chest is up tall. Power punch that right heel off the ground with a knee driving up towards the sky. So you have a linear line in your spine. Linear. Hips go back, right? Tall chest the whole way through. So from the 3/4 view, I'll show you. By the way, I'll be shifting around a little bit here to show you all these fun different angles. So you get that form, strong, powerful, virtuous all the way through. Learn a little bit along the way as well. So you're driving and punching that left foot hard through the ground, keeping that chest up tall, keeping those grips engaged with those hands, right? Down and in you go. Power punching through that left heel. Absolutely strong as possible, everybody. Last few reps. Come on. Left leg. Strong through the ground. 1 more time for 2 and 1. Let's quickly switch. Now you're going to separate feet hip width apart again. This time that left leg's back. Right heel punching hard through the ground. Nice knee drive up at that top side. Down and in you go. Chest stays tall the whole way through. Torso's long all the way down and in. Bending your back left knee down towards the ground. Power punching through that right heel as much as you can, everybody. Back and forth you go. Love it. Less than 30 seconds to win it here today. Back and forth. Eyes are forward. Smiles on those faces. Getting ready to be sweaty smiles here today. Building that muscle on Chris Ryan Fitness as always. A total body burner planned for you here today. And it'll be a fun one because we're incorporating the mini band into a couple sections. And guess what? What's cool? We're not just going in the lower body for that mini band. That'll be one section, but upper body on the other section. Oh yeah, fun stuff coming your way here today. DL time. Toes pointed directly forward, palms facing in towards your quads, feet under center line of those hips. Push your butt back like you were doing in that good morning earlier. Stretch those hammies on out. Squeeze your booty nice and tight at the top side. So you're pushing back, shoulder blades engaged the whole way through. Long, strong position through those hamstrings. And then you're going to push through those heels and squeeze your butt as tight as you can at the top side. So what you're not doing is finishing here, right? You're not finishing with the hips back. You're pulling those hips through the top side, applying force generation as hard as you can through those heels up at the top side of that pull through. So you fully engage those glutes, those hammies, that posterior chain and that backside as much as you can through that back, down, and in. Total body. Absolutely love some deadlifts. Back and forth the whole way through. But I especially love deadlifts with strong, powerful, virtuous form for 2 and 1. And you do too. Awesome, awesome work. Pendulum lunge. The lunges gift that keeps on giving. So you're going to set up those hips, hip width apart again, feet hip width apart. Eyes are forward. Right leg goes into forward lunge this time. Down and in we go. Back to center. Right leg hits that reverse lunge. Back into center. Toes down, strong through the ground. Back and forth the whole way through. So the pendulum lunge, big movement, right? You're going to hit a forward lunge. Front knee pushes out over that front toe. Push off hard with that front right heel here. Back into center. And then you're going to hit that reverse lunge and then press hard through that front left heel because the left foot is in front, right? So you're going to just go back and forth, linear line the whole way through that ear, shoulder, and hip the whole time. Chest stays up, proud. Eyes are forward. Smiles on those faces and a nice little grip on those handles. Engaging those triceps because the triceps need some love here today as well as those legs, everybody. For 2, last rep. Last rep. Finish up that pairing, and we'll go ahead and switch up those legs. So feet underneath those hips. Left leg forward. Back to center. Left leg reverse. Right back on into center. You go. Pressing hard through your heel the whole time, my friends. Down, and then right back on up. Down, right back on up. We go. Oh, my leg day. Back and forth the whole way through. I'm going to shift up that viewpoint for us here. Little side profile. Back and forth you go. Hitting that reverse, hitting that forward. Oh, yeah. Look at that torso. Torso is upright, right? You're going back and forth. Tall chest, leading with the chest, but keeping that linear line, right? So the hips back and forth. You're not doing a vertical torso the whole time, but you are keeping that spine in that long, strong, linear pattern the whole way through. Oh, yeah, for 2 and 1. Rest it on up. So dumbbells down on the ground. You're coming on after it now with your mini band. You can also use the hip and thigh band, the bigger, thicker fabric bands. If you have those, that's totally cool with me. But right now, mini band time. Take it on up ever so slightly, just above your knee. By the way, if you don't have a mini band, you don't have a hip and thigh band, don't you worry. Do these exact same movements in body weight only, okay? So here's what you're going to do. Feet start hip width apart. Quarter squat style position. Toes point directly forward. Lateral walk time. Big step followed by a small step. Hands somewhere out in front of your torso. Ever so slightly, just not rested on your hips, weakening that core position, right? So your eyes are forward, hips are being pushed back and down the whole way through. To that right side, back over to that left side we go. Oh yeah, burning it today. Come on, right there, right now. Strong, powerful, all the way on home, my friends. There you go, left side, steps out. Back to center, right side, steps out, right back on into center. You go. Getting it done here in the best way, my friends. Back and forth the whole time. Left side, back over to that right side. We go. Keep the hips loaded nice and strong. Little quarter squat style position. Little foot, take it back to that right side for 2 and 1. Pulse squat time. So now what you can do. Take the feet exactly where they're at, stationary position, quarter squat position. You're going to have your hands out in front. You're going to start pulsing it back and down with your hips. So you are pushing through your heels. Notice my hips right here. They're going down and back the whole time in a nice vigorous fashion, right? Down and back. All of a sudden, I'm pressing through my heels right here. My quadriceps on fire. My butt on fire. Exactly what you want. What I don't want you to do is just start bending those knees like this, right? This is not what we're doing. That puts a lot of stress in those knees. We don't want to stress out the hinge joints in those knees, everybody. We want to think pressing the hips back and down, engaging that butt. That's what it's called. Oh, yeah. Come on. Pulse squat. Squatting back and down, up and down rather quickly. Fire in those quads. Fire in that backside all the way through. Keep pushing those knees out. Right out over those toes the whole way through. 3. Come on. 2. and 1. Oh my goodness. Backward, forward walk we go, or forward, backward walk in my book. Quarter squat style position, feet just hip width apart. You're going to go forward walk, and then you're going to go backward walk. And then you're going to do it again. Forward walk, backward walk. But notice, feet are really wide right here, right? So as I hit that forward walk, toes stay directly forward, quarter squat style position. Backward walk. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Forward walk, backward walk the whole time. Not letting those knees concave on in because we start getting tired and want to walk like a weak baby deer like this. No. Guess what? Our glutes can handle that load, that tension. Show this mini band who the boss is. Guess who's the boss, mini band? My butt. Your butt is too. Come on. Getting it done here today. Last 15 seconds, everybody. Back and forth. Now drop down even deeper. Oh, my. Little half range squat. What, Coach Chris, are you doing? Come on. Right there. Right now. 3, 2, and 1. I'm extracting all that best effort right out of your body. Knee shift time, everybody. So quarter squat position, static hold. Both knees going in and out ever so slightly. Feet a little wider there. Come on, Coach Chris, you got to get after it too. Going in and out ever so slightly. Knees going strong and long all the way through. Isolating through your torso, so your torso is locked in place, right? Notice that my head is not moving. I'm not going up and down, tapping my head. My hand right above my head right here. Notice my head does not touch my hand. Strong, rigid core the whole way through. I really want you to hone that in. Torso all the way through from the tailbone up through the top side of the head. Locked on in, squared off shoulders, squared off hips, and only those knees are moving in and out right there. Hands somewhere up out in front. You're going on after those hips, my friends. Boom! Getting it done. 10 more seconds to go. Ride that tension all the way through to newfound glory here today on Chris Ryan Fitness as always for 3. I'm on 2, 1. Hip thrust time. Take it downtown on the ground on your backside. You're going to have your heels down, toesy woesies flexed down up towards the sky, head on the ground, hands on the ground, arms on the ground, everything on the ground but your butt. Squeeze your butt as tight as you can. Drive your knees up and away outside your hip line as far as possible, keeping the glutes engaged. 2 count up at the top side, slow control down. As soon as your butt touches the ground, immediately thrust those hips strong as possible right off the ground. And then rinse and repeat again. Strong as possible right off the ground. Oh, yeah. Squeeze that backside right there, right now. 2 count hold up at the top side. Slow and controlled on the way back down. 2 count hold on that backside. Slow and controlled on the way back down. Your eyes are up towards the ceiling. Your head is resting on the ground once again. Everything engaged through that posterior chain, my friends, on that backside. Firing on up for 2. Last rep, best rep. 1. Oh, yeah. Glute bridge, iso hold. Hold that last rep, and then plant both feet solely on the ground and try to elevate your hips off the ground. And iso means isometric. It's short for isometric. Isometric means that we're going to hold full muscle engagement. So that means that we're going to hold our butt off the ground under tension for the next 38 seconds. Imagine that. Oh my goodness. We're not imagining that. We're seeing that right here, right now. Predicting the future right here, right now. We have stronger butts coming our way here in the next 29 seconds, my friends. There you go. Push a little harder through those feet, specifically through those heels. Keep pushing those knees out a little bit further. Getting it done here today. A lot of legs starting out this total body, starting out the gate, my friends. But don't you worry. We're going to get after the abs, that core, that upper body here today in the next 2 sections. So light up that backside. Go big time here today. Come on. Keep pushing through those feet for 3, 4, 2, 1. Collapse on the ground. Oh, my backside. Absolutely awesome. Awesome work on that big, strong glute bridge hold, everybody. So take the mini band off to the side. And then the dumbbells, yes, those things, those weights over there, they're going to come back in our hands. That's right, believe it or not. They're going to come back in our hands. We're going to squeeze them. We're going to flex them up and down, up over top side of our head. You can bet we got some good stuff coming right here today on Chris Ryan Fitness, everybody. All righty, so DB's back in our hands. We got to have some fun every once in a while, everybody. Supinated grip row means the palms start facing away from our body. You're going to take the feet just outside those hips, hinge of the hip, take those DBs back towards the hip pocket region on the hips. So you're going to go back and forth, slow and controlled, linear line in that spine, ear, shoulder, hip, eyes are downtown towards the ground, row arms straight, full extension, just south of the shoulder, and then pull backward by flexing the upper back and engaging those rhomboids, the two strong muscles between your shoulder blades as much as you can, and pushing your chest down towards the ground. Not finishing here, finishing there. Boom, love it. Down and in we go. Stronger all the way, baby. Pressing those heels through the ground, bending those knees, getting it done here today. Down, right back on up. We go into that hip pocket region, isolating through the shoulder blades and that lumbar spine and that low back, back and forth. Slow and control for 2 and 1. Push curls. This is a fun one, by the way, but it's going to light up those arms in the best way. Elbows out in front, supinated grip remains, tight butt, tight abs, smiles. Good. Check, check, check. Hit it on through. Curl half range. Push them out, pull them back on in. What is going on with my biceps on that one, right? Here you go. So curl up, half range. Punch back in, down we go. Curl those wrists on in and hold the wrist engagement the whole way through. Curl half range, punch out, bring it back on in, slow and controlled down. Oh, yeah, feeling good right there. Nice and strong the whole way through. Eyes are forward, tall chest, tight butts, big old sweaty smiles, and big old juicy biceps for us here today. Come on. Told you we were going to get after the upper body already out of the gate. We're growing big time here today. Back and forth the whole way through. This is your time, my fam. Hey, we're getting on after Chris Ryan Fitness, fam. There you go. Getting it done for 3, for 2, and 1 more for the road. High plank row we go. So DB is in that right hand. You're going to come down high plank position. Left hand's on the ground, just south of the shoulder. You're going to row up to that hip pocket. Neutral grip position. Palm is facing in towards your body the whole way through. Dumbbell goes down south of that right shoulder, and then row back to that hip pocket. Neutral position with a grip, and the shoulders and hips square to the ground the whole way through. Knee plank modifier as needed. All else remains the same. Knees behind those hips, though, on the ground. Toes pointed away from your body. And this is probably the point where the yoga mat is going to feel good for you, right? Feel free, double or triple up that yoga mat, folded end over end. Push it right underneath those knees if you're taking that modifier, my friends. But the main goal, core engagement with the back engagement, right? I don't want you to think loosey-goosey through the core as you row up, and you're not going to twist those hips or those shoulders. You have a static hold position in that high plank position all the way through. For 2, 1, quickly switch. DB goes into that left hand. Right hand strong through the ground. Eyes are down, rowing that DB up to that left hip, and then taking it down slow, keeping those abs engaged the whole way through. Back and forth. We're getting on after it the whole time, everybody. Down, right back on up, keeping that left hip flexed, that left oblique engaged to compensate for the load on that left side, right? As well as that right side needs to stay strong and steady too, because the load is trying to pull you over to that left side. That way, at different points of the movement, you have different compensation levels going on, right? That means that we have to engage all those multiple zones of tension, of course, in the best way possible, getting as strong as possible along the way. Last 10 seconds, everybody, keep on pressing through that left palm, right on through that grip, right hand, pushing through the ground. Love it. For 3, for 2, 1, static hold, scissor kick time. So now you're going to flip over on your backside. Both DBs coming back on out here. You're going to flip over on your backside. Knees slightly bent, chin in towards your chest. DBs up to the sky. Start crisscrossing, bent knee position. Left over right, right over left leg we go. Eyes are forward. Dumbbells pressing all the way up over the top side of your shoulders as much as you can. Knees slightly bent once again. Shoulder blades ever so slightly pulling right off the ground. Eyes are forward the whole time. You're going back and forth. You're pressing those DBs up strong as you can, as tall as you can, keeping those abs engaged the whole way through. Back and forth, 15 seconds to go. Oh, yeah. Going big time on these scissor kicks. Absolutely love it, everybody. Come on. Going to Six Pack City here today together for 3, for 2, and 1. Awesome, awesome work. Rack pull time. Wrists over those elbows. Elbows at the base of the ribs. Nice strong grip on those handles, please. And you're going to press those DBs back behind your head so the dumbbells touch the ground behind your head. Then pull the elbows back to that original starting position with the wrist in alignment with those elbows the whole way through. So this one is targeting those triceps and those lats right there. Back and forth. Strong all the way through. You got to adjust right there. Yeah. Come on. Keep that grip strength on point. Wrists and elbows right in alignment with one another the whole time. Back and forth. Strong grip. DBs go back over the top side of the head. Both heads of the dumbbells touch the ground. Knuckles are pointed towards those dumbbells. And I'm not loose in that grip. I'm strong in that grip to engage that grip strength to take the tension out of the elbow. I'm just pulling through those lats. Those triceps. Little fire for 2 and 1. Rest it on up. Oh, yeah. Dumbbells. Done. Okay. Take that mini band into your hands, though. Guess what? That little fun mini band is coming on out. And we're going to target the upper body with our mini band. Exactly how should we do that? Well, I got some fun little exercises for us here today. So you're going to take the mini band right around the break of the wrist like so. So right where the wrist bends and flexes. Good. Everyone's cool? Everyone's cool? Well, for a little bit until you feel this. You're going to go band overhead pulls. Okay. Seriously, this is awesome exercise right here. So your hands come up over the top side of your head, palms facing on in, straight elbows. Start pulling apart the band nice and tall, chest the whole way through. You're going to target the lats, the rear delts, squeezing those shoulder blades together as much as you can, pulling left, right side at the same time. Back and forth, nice little pulse style formation with the straightest elbows possible. So you're just going back and forth, tall chest. Now turn those palms straight forward. Spread those fingers nice and wide as if you're trying to reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling as high as possible. I'm going to go back here in the cheap seat so you can see those arms reaching up as high as possible, everybody. And then you're going to go thumbs forward, palms facing away. This is the toughest one because those first two weren't that tough, were they? There we go. Come on, back and forth. Now you got that external rotation going on. Palms facing away, thumbs facing forward. And good Lord, Christopher, what are we doing? We are getting strong, everybody. For 2 and 1. Love it, love it, love it. Band pulls again, this time out in front. Palms start facing on down. Abs nice and tight. Tailbone is tucked up underneath those hips the whole way through, and we are still going. We're getting on after it. Spread those fingers nice and wide like Spider-Man shooting webs out of those fingertips. Oh, yeah, and you're keeping those abs nice and strong the whole way through. Those triceps, feeling good, right? But if you have your elbows bent and you're back here with the band, you're not going to feel that burn. Don't rob yourself of that burn here today. It feels good. Come on. Now turn those palms facing on in. Elbows as straight as possible. Lengthen those fingertips as far away from your shoulders. Keep those abs tight, those glutes tight the whole way through. Strong posture. Can't stop, won't stop being relentless as possible here today with all that burn. Then go thumbs down, palms out, pinkies up to the sky. Oh, yeah. This is the good stuff right here. Now fight that band apart. Keep the pinky finger right over the thumb. Do not quit. Do not relent. Go for it. Come on. For 3, 4, 2, 1. Oh, my goodness. Scat pulls. Now you're going to take the band right on in your hands. Wrap the thumbs around the backside. Knuckles out in front. Nice, strong grip on the band. Knuckles pointed in towards one another. Elbows are nice and high. Bands over the top side of your sternum. Now punch your shoulder blades together and then squeeze that band apart. Slow and controlled retraction back on in. Oh, yeah. Nicely we're going for. Using your back muscles. You're not trying to pull with the elbows like this. You're going slow controlled contractions. 2 big strong muscles between your shoulder blades. They're going to get a little stronger after this one. The rhomboids. Picture those rhomboids. They're basically about right here. Picture those rhomboids as the nice strong muscles that are wet in the wet sponge and you're trying to wring them dry. You're going to engage those lats as well. Punching those lats back and down. Keeping those elbows nice and high the whole way through. Oh, yeah. Told you you're going to like this one. Keep that butt tight. Keep those abs even tighter. Sweaty smile even bigger. Right here. Right now for 2 and 1. Awesome, awesome job, everybody. Now you're going to settle on through. High plank taps. Back to the break of the wrist we go. This time we're going to come down on the ground. High plank position. Eyes down towards the ground. You're going to tap out to that right side. Back into center. Tap out to that left side. Back into center. Your hips are going to remain square. Shoulders are going to remain square. Elbow is going to remain straight the whole way through. If you need a modifier, knees on the ground, toes pointed down, same rules still apply. Tap out side to side, strengthening through the shoulders as much as possible. You have to keep your elbows straight here in order to engage the back side of that arm. Those rear delts, the triceps, those hard to reach areas that no matter who you are, everyone wants to get the back side of those arms a little bit stronger. So guess what? you are going to engage those muscles the whole time. You are going to own this workout. Your time, your 30 minutes, your can't stop, won't stop attitude right here, right now. Your most relentless bad self for 2, 1, plank reach time. Guess what, mini band? You're retired. Guess what's not retired, everybody? Your abs. Let's go. Low plank position. Forearms on the ground. You're going to reach out just that right arm. Hold. 2 seconds. Back into center. Reach out left arm. Hold. 2 seconds. Good. Back into center. You go. So forearms on the ground. Reaching and extending. Anti-rotation the whole way through that torso. Shoulders and hips stay square. Knee modifier. If you need it, you take it. You go down after those abs, though. If you're taking that knee modifier, you're still cupping those knees down and in on the ground and tucking your tailbone down and in, pulling your ribs towards your hips in the same way you would do it as if your legs were straight. With a reach out, once again, it just sets you off on a small imbalance. That imbalance is going to cause us to engage the muscles a little bit more. I call it a little extra hot sauce. Just dump on those eggs right there, everybody. Come on. Get those abs working for 2 and 1. Love it, love it, love it. Dead bug time. Okay, flip over on your backside. This is a fun one. Your head's going to be on the ground, knees over those hips, toes flex back towards your face, fingertips reaching up to the sky, and you're going to go left arm, right leg, extend all the way out, keeping your lumbar spine fully in contact with the ground, back on into center, right arm, left leg, all the way out, extend, extend, contract, contract, contract. Great work. Keeping your ribs pulling in towards those hips, keeping that belly button punching down to that tailbone, and keeping the non-working arm, non-working leg locked out in that isometric fashion. Keeping those abs engaged. X across your abdominal cavity from the rib to the opposite hip and the hip to the opposite rib, lighting up that core the whole way through. Keeping those little toesy woesies, dorsiflex back towards your face the whole time. Oh yeah, engaging those hip flexes all the way through. Keeping a smile on that face here today. Less than 10 seconds to go with these dead bugs. Light up that core. Amazing, amazing work for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Reverse crunch for the win. Now you're going to ball yourself up nice and small. Chin in towards your chest. Eyes are forward. Hands touch together underneath those heels, right? Knees in towards your chest. Extend out. Hollow hole. Contract right back on in. Extend. Contract. Your chin is towards your chest the whole way through. Abs nice and tight the whole time. Lumbar spine on the ground. Modifier. Head on the ground. Hands on the ground. Working in those lower abdominals now. Squeezing your abs as hard as you can to pull your knees in towards your chest and still keeping those abs engaged as your heels descend down. The goal, no matter which one you choose, the standard or the modifier, this part of your back, that lower third of your back and that lumbar spine, flat on the ground. That is when you know your abs are engaged, right? In and out. Slow and controlled we go. A little walk in the park. Come on. Final few, everybody. Back and forth. Strong. Long. 3, 4, 2, 1. Cool down time. Collapse on the floor. Absolutely amazing, amazing work, Chris Ron Fitness fam. You came, you saw, you absolutely conquered. So get them on up. Flex them if you got them. Sweaty smiles abound. Absolutely, absolutely awesome, awesome work. That is how you do it. Whole body, getting it done. You were great, dumbbells. You, mini man, you were a little tough. Oh, yeah, that upper body. Oh, feeling good through those lats, though, right? Absolutely amazing, amazing work. That mini band's just trying to make us a little bit better, everybody. Don't you worry. Mini band, you're cool. You'll make a guest appearance again shortly. I'm soon. All right, let's go on after it. Left hand up over that right elbow. Reach around your neck as far as you can, everybody. Got to have some fun during some of these workouts as well. And you're opening up that rear delt. Punch it through that left palm on the outer edge of that right elbow. And then you're going to go right hand up over that left elbow as much as you can. Target that rear delt action. Oh, yeah. Awesome, awesome work. And then dead hang lumbar stretch. Feet under center. Push through those heels. Cup those elbows end over end. Roll those shoulders now. You're not keeping the spine neutral. You're rounding your back as much as possible. Rolling those shoulders forward. But pressing through those heels. And then just turn the shoulders a little bit over to that left side. Look, keep your eyes down towards that left ankle. And then pivot the shoulders down and in towards that right side. Oh, yeah. Keep your eyes down towards that right ankle this time. And then right back into center. Straighten out those legs as much as you can. Descend down through those elbows. Big inhale through your nose. Big exhale through your mouth. And then come back up. Slow and controlled. Oh, yeah. Take that left hand up over that right elbow. Make that right hand disappear. Slight lean over to that left side as you stretch out that tricep and lat through that right side. There we go. we're going to switch it up. Right hand over that left elbow, and then tilt a little bit over towards that right side. Stretch out that tri and that lat for 2 and 1. Absolutely fantastic work here today, Chris Ryan Fitness fam. See you next time. Crushed it. So proud of each and every one of you.